a workshop intended to improve the knowledge of women in politics and media. She's back now after a week-long spell out in downtown Monrovia. So the both of us are here and we're going to do the program today with too many things on our mind. Too many things on our mind. We are delighted to be here after the weekend, and I'm positive that you are good as well. Very, very positive that you are good as well. And the both of us are here to discuss those wonderful breaking news coming up. Some of the news that you have not heard over the weekend, we got all here for you. Here comes a lady. Let me see. Can you clear the screen a little bit? I want to see Magdalene's face. Okay, here comes a lady. Look at her. Huh? Here comes a lady fresh from downtown Monrovia, where she was embedded in an international hotel where among several professionals to find solutions to the best way out for women's participation in politics and media. Let me use this time to welcome Magdalene Finda SAAH. Good afternoon to you, Magdalene. How are you?
So good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to our listeners. Good afternoon to our viewers as well. It's good to be back again, and it always promises to be great on this platform.
How was the spell out? How was it still there, man? You guys, the third in a series.
Yeah, it was actually wonderful. Yeah, really. Let me get this thing close.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was actually wonderful knowledge gain. So we don't intend to learn and let go of what we've learned. So we will put into practice what we have learned. So it's going to be back in rest assured. A lot of money have been spent on us. I think I was talking to someone and I told him, Royal Hotel, you know why? I mean, a room at the Royal Hotel is ordinary. Yeah, it is around 200 plus. So plus the food, plus the every other thing, So I mean, when you go to him, much is given, much is expected. When people invest in you, when much have been invested in you, you don't just behave like you've not gotten some knowledge. You have to put into practice what you've learned. So I've come out so fresh. That's a refresher training because it was actually wonderful. Maybe the first one was a little bit strange. I mean, the second one, but this one, which of course serves as a refresher training, was an introduction to some others who were the first time attending the supporting an alliance to end violence against women in media and politics. But we will say media and politics, but it's not limited to media and politics. So our advocacy cut across, it goes across. So we will put our mouth anywhere that women are being marginalized.
Okay. Anyway, why you laughing?
Yes, I just
I don't marginalize women. Right?
No. But why you think it's I'm just laughing because the way I'm speaking, I enjoy myself speaking.
Yeah, you enjoy yourself. So let me do the disclaimer before it leaves and in the airwaves, and there's no counter. I don't marginalize women, right?
No, okay. you don't. If you do, that is behind closed doors.
Oh. Yeah, when I marginalize women behind closed doors.
No, maybe that one is some kind of personal, but when it comes to the professional space, you are feminist in chief.
Well, that's Joshua's job there. That's Joshua's job.
So on a serious note, nobody can be called feminist in chief.
In chief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you talking
okay, so feminist.
Say you are a promoter of.
Yeah. Okay, so we leave the position for our CEO.
Yeah. Okay, so we're trying
The
to.
CEO of Blackberry, right? Okay.
Yeah, CEO. So welcome back, and it was hectic for me. I was used to 2 days off. 2 days off now. I'm getting used to it until you went for the refresher. It is my hope that this time is going to be delayed a little bit. When
Yeah,
do you go back?
it's actually in all of the trainings now that will be conducted will be online.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so they will be online, but we have others coming up.
And you know what? Which one is it?
we never stop learning.
You know, I had a trip to Buchanan.
Yeah.
Private and official.
Yeah.
And your absence maybe to the official trip was cancelled by the organizers or postponed, rescheduled by the organizer. But the private trip, I had to cancel it because you were not here. I didn't want the airwaves to go. I had to do Thursday. So I did what? We did Monday, we did Tuesday. I did Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So please rest small now.
That's wonderful. You know, when you took leave for almost a month in December, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to take leave when you come back," but I've been keeping my leave days.
The one you said,
I'm enjoying now.
I'm pushing you against the wall.
No, that was too much for me. But anyway, I had a wonder. You asking me how I spent my weekend.
I'll come in there, as usual, man.
Okay.
So how was the weekend?
Oh, it was fab. It was wonderful. Yeah, congratulations to our colleague, Johnson Mebonkula. He got married yesterday. It was actually wonderful, colorful. We attended the church ceremony, and then we also went to the reception. It was wonderful. So I want to say congratulations to you. And State of the Nation was represented.
Did you make pledge?
No. Wedding. You didn't pledge business. Or some people, yeah. All those who have made pledge to us, and it slipped your mind. I mean,
did you give gift?
Please
the one in office. The one in office. The one in office.
No, don't allow me to talk because I will just speak.
As chief of office staff, the one in the office.
And yeah, so what I gave, I put my name on it.
Okay.
I put my name.
So that was your private, right?
My private, and then a gift was presented on behalf of State of the Nation. A very beautiful gift that any man would like. I mean, man would like, and any wife will appreciate that for. But it was actually good, and I think he's going to enjoy it for some time.
So congratulations to you. Johnson Kula, you prefer to be called Mayborn. As a matter of fact, you were born in May. We'd like to say congratulations. I attended the traditional version of it on Friday. And as a matter of fact, Johnson is one of the most humble personnel of our SAAH. He applied as for the position of technical, first security. And then he transitioned from security to technical. From technical, he's multitasking as announcer, producer, and technician.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is Johnson, as I said, one of the most humble, who accepts correction. If he errs, that is correction. He's always waiting to take the correction, and he never talk back whenever you correcting him, irrespective. Sometimes emotions can flare, and you want the person to do the right thing. And when you're pushing it into the person, some people will resist it and take you to be the wrong person. It's not Johnson. Madam, what did they name?
Madam who?
Johnson's wife.
Oh, Madam Johnson.
Yeah, Madam Johnson.
Madam Kula.
Yeah, Madam Kula. You got a very humble husband. You wouldn't find any difficulties in sweeping the yards. You wouldn't find any difficulties. As a matter of fact,
a very humble one like you.
Like me, yes.
Well, I wish you were.
I'm not humble.
The camera on.
I'm not humble. Yeah, no, the camera. I don't care how the camera is on, but to say I wish I were.
No, I mean, it's just a slang. Yeah, I mean, maybe you never came across it.
Okay, so
But I had a wonderful,
mhm.
I had a wonderful weekend. Really
Okay.
wonderful, fabulous, good. I slept like
You
a
see,
princess,
you see that.
and it was. I had a very wonderful time, a very wonderful weekend, and I mean, a very long time I haven't felt that way. Yeah, I felt so. I appreciate
What was
God.
special about this weekend? Hmm?
So everyone is giving their time to speak how they felt. It was incredible. It was wonderful. It was absolutely great.
Okay, all right. So
So
this is.
how you spend
It
yours?
was good. I spent
You
it
drove
on the
you drove
farm.
all night in
You know,
your
these
dirt.
days I'm not driving all night. I spent it on the farm. Um, yeah, so a mixture of good and difficulties. We found a meeting for the interment of my cousin that was held yesterday, and yes, so that was it.
Oh, I
Saturday.
noticed we both in blue, navy blue coat.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, very good. Okay, so
You didn't.
that's.
The last time again, I wore my maroon dress, and you were in something that's so similar. I mean, we're taking a shoe.
So yeah, so don't it's coincidental.
I mean, and even that very day,
As a matter of fact,
today is O'Neill's birthday.
yes, I'm coming to O'Neill.
Yeah,
I brought gift for O'Neill.
But you never in the car?
He absconded from the compound. I wanted to cheer him up, and when I was coming, I rode motorbike to come, and he was driving.
Yeah, you ride back too.
Huh? Sorry.
You ride back.
Yes. I'm not doing some minor things for me, man.
No, it's not about minor. It's about your safety.
No, I'd ride
Why can't you use keke?
No, from the junction here. I don't ride back from here any other place. As a matter of fact, I just decided to do this one. Sometimes I am an owner of an 8-seater Pathfinder Jeep.
I know, and I can feel so comfortable in it.
So yeah. I want to first congratulate Johnson May Bonkula, and in the Nigerian society, when this kind of ceremony takes place, the parents will wait for 9 months. In 9 months' time, the parent will come visiting, and what they expect to see, just listen to the song. This is a wedding ceremony being organized, and the groom is Adat is still skeptical. The husband to be is still not around, and her friends are pacifying her and telling her, "Relax, the time is coming. This is it." Johnson Bay Bonkula, congratulations to you.
Have you seen my beautiful baby? Have you seen my tomato baby? Oh, baby, Sophie, the cool temper.
This is Johnson May Bonkula singing the song. That is how all of us waited at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Bigger on Friday. You hear that? Too fresh like morning wine. I'm a living witness. Mafina Jacula. You are the latest on the block. Congratulations, my girl. A registered nurse. I see why this guy is never, even when there is delay in salary, Johnson is always happy.
He
His
always
wife
bouncing.
is a registered nurse.
He always bouncing.
Eh?
He always bouncing.
Listen to this one. In 9 months' time, what do we expect? So in 9 months' time, we'll come visiting with a boy or a girl. Johnson Clark, good afternoon to you. Congratulations. Are you tuning in? Why are you not at work today, Chief? Up to now, what happened? You started the project already? The music writer said in 9 months' time we should come visiting with a boy and girl. 9 months. That is the period given by the Almighty God, biology, for the making of human beings, and we expect that in 9 months' time. Congratulations. What happened? You crying? Where is my registered nurse? Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Johnson, Kula, Mrs. Muffin. Oh. What happened? Johnson, tell her that your money finished. Come on, call her, please. Huh? When we call you back.
So on your platform.
Johnson,
Johnson,
we expect this one. You spend too much. If you call, if you went, yeah. If your call went off, yes, man. You spend all you spend, man. And elaborate. I'll call you back, Johnson. I'll call you back. Yeah. I'll call you back, Johnson. Yeah. Man.
Press start to copy this song.
I'll call you now. Okay. I was talking to Mrs. Kula. Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. Our registered nurse. Man, thank you for standing by us. This guy far away, he kept calling himself open groom. Then on that day, when you delay in coming at the traditional area, I saw tears in his eyes. But it was good that you were on time. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you for the support and thank you to the True FM family.
Yes. So this song I cue for you people. It is called Ada, sung by Flavor Nabania. And at the end of it, he said, in 9 months' time, you people will come visiting us with a board and get at least y'all set example that David Cody has not been able to set for 70 years.
Look at as young as Johnson is, he's married now. David Cody will soon be 80 years old. Congratulations, ma'am. Your clothes were so beautiful yesterday, and I mean everything was so super. Your makeup not too much. I mean everything was so unique. Even at the reception, you were glittering, and I know that's how you always look.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, we don't expect Johnson to come to work this week. He shouldn't lie to you say I'm going to produce SKTV. Yeah.
You know, it's too soon.
Hold on.
Please.
Yeah, we expose everything. Anyway.
Just say something anyway.
Johnson, you got anything cold there, like cake and cold rice and palm butter? Palm butter with fire coal. So I'm playing this one for you guys once again to as you prepared to commence your project, your 9-month project, and it's exclusively for you, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson Kula. This is it.
Thank you.
Have you seen my beautiful baby? Have you seen my tomato baby? Oh, baby, something that you look at them. Baby, sugar. Everybody do it.
So congratulations to you, Mrs. Janet Pega, Chief Organizer of the just ended project 1. Project 2 begins as of last night. Mafina Jar Kula.
I got no the lack that get a for up and down. Baby, not tomato, baby, too fresh like morning wine. I got well a lady, everybody they wait. I can't know. If I didn't know, better soup on a money kill a more.
Don't worry, we do all this housekeeping. We come full blast. Azza Jackson is at 4 o'clock. As a matter of fact, if you never heard the news, the Liberty Party has expelled at least 6. We will name them and let's see what justifications are there. But before that time, group of students from my alma mater, Lux in Tenabri, Lighting Darkness, will come before 4 o'clock. That is. Johnson, come on, the two of you dance to this one. Okay, so Johnson, on behalf of State of the Nation, we pledge 1 truckload of Pampers. Uh, yeah, and Madeleine is nodding her head. Those of you catching us online,
No, they don't see me.
1 truckload of Pampers is going to be delivered at the 10th month. That is after that moment. On Sunday, we let us say, Madeleine, thank you for representing my office. I was there on Friday representing our office, and in fact, I had to dramatically bow down to the young man, and he laid his hands on me. I did it for a reason, because this is an example of a humble young man who wants to, or who is aspiring to inspire. So, having said that, let me do this one for O'Neill. I don't know whether O'Neill knows that a lady has fallen in love with his voice. And this lady is really behind my back to come and pay a visit.
Wait. Please. They probably you won't call the afternoon. I'm not here.
But you know who the person? That Fifth James O'Neill's wife.
Oh.
You too scared, man.
Please, I beg you.
You know, let me tell you something. I posted on Facebook and said, "Why if I relive Spoon on my station?" So suppose I'm writing, Billy would you ability coming chakra, and what Billy would not allow this that. So I call one of them and say, "Lisa, did you don't even care to know which station I'm referring to? Do I own Truth FM?" So I defeated our argument. And so when I say somebody has fallen in love.
No, you say is.
No, I say has.
Okay.
Yes.
You see?
So this is come on, from the fingertips of DJ Christopher O'Neill Isomba Roberts, Director of Program here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. The man who was born and in fact grew up, not born, but grew up with the RCR family and is now one of the heads. Today, Mr. Billy posted him, referring to him as one of the pillars of RCR. From intern, from Aaron Boy, he's now one of the deputies here, or directors. Happy birthday to you. Most love song according to the show.
How many months have been for you? How many weeks is it for you? How many years have been for you? You go live long for you. Happy birthday to you.
So, O'Neill Roberts, congratulations. Okay, so Oni is now on the line. Oni, good afternoon to you.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
No, I'm supposed to be asking you how you doing. How you
I
doing?
don't want to receive call like this. I guess I'm live.
Yes, you live, of course. Is in celebration of your natality. Congratulations to you.
Yes, I'm so much humble. I think I was driving through her Mabel on, so I was like, wow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I brought something that you always love to drink, Moringa Zero. But as I was entering, you were driving out. Where are you?
No, I'm upgraded to Atawi from Moringa Zero to.
You're Atawi now. Eh?
Yeah, Atawi 1.
Try Gana Zero. So, Chief, where are we going today? I'm told the table is set at Boulevard Palace. Am I correct?
No. Prior to you coming up, I think I had a lot of masses on the compound today.
I saw the live video, and yes, those are the masses. Eh? In their cause, the struggle continues. So, after that still hasn't downplayed the question, where are we meeting? I'm told other Calabash or where?
No, to start raising the bars do have Chris. As I speak, I mean, I'm with the family. I just decided to have a quiet time to this birthday.
The family, the highest faith, James.
She's fine.
The lady who fell in love with you just for your voice.
The other promo, a special promo.
My man, I'm not.
Today that market deal. Happy birthday.
Market day. You are just few steps to becoming the Martin Brown's voice.
Wow.
I don't know why you realize that. Somebody, I was sitting somewhere.
If you say so, I'm very humble.
No, I'm giving you. I'm relaying a gossip to you now. That the person said, I don't know whether that boy knows he got voice. So the person said he's just few steps away from becoming the Martin Brown, second Martin Brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
To step in the legendary shoes is not something easier, but if that's happening, I'll give it out to God.
It's actually not a B size, man. You're not very far. It's around size 7.
7.
Yeah. So, were you under pressure to sign off early? Your office, usually you are here up to 4, 5.
Yes, I think hearing the kid in the back. I told the family I was going to do a half day of work, and I think management said yes, you can go ahead and do so. I just want to spend the birthday with the family. That's all.
So usually, what happens in birthday celebration on a day or night? What happens usually? What do you?
Before then, when I was doing entertainment, normally I used to have this birthday bash. Sometimes do soccer match, but we have upgraded a little bit now, so at least we have changed, and today we celebrated with the masses.
Oh, okay. The last question. So I'm told you prepare yourself for 2029, right?
Election? No, back in the race?
Yeah.
No,
You're talking like you have learned lesson. What happened?
I learned my lesson well.
The project will be there to guide others, you know.
So I got a song here for you. Madeline said I should.
Not like, bro, we want good people, but for now, this country don't love the good people.
Man, you just somebody just you one of the good people, eh?
Yeah, one of them. I'm just like Derek Cody, I'm one of them. You know.
My man, wait. You know, like I did something to me on Friday, I would say just after you leave the line. From that moment, I knew Derek Cody is far away from getting married, frankly speaking. Yeah. So Madeline said I should play the song and learn my lesson well. So it's cute for you on your natality.
Yes, we take no forward to the calls, you know. But today I said it was going to be a war OPS day, but we take no for the phones are still open, you know, still waiting out for the calls.
Oh, from whom?
For whom now?
Well, they come for direct, indirect, you know, position, non-position, ruling position, all of that. You know, the kind of work we do, Chris, people don't really see what we do, you know.
Usually, call like of such that you're yearning for comes from from somebody from one of the port of entry. I don't know whether he has come. The call has come, and that port of entry is located. That port of entry is located in Magdalenene County.
Ah.
I saw the text. It was not that encouraging.
Oh, but anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The feeling that I got here, it is Holy Spirit inspired feeling before the day ends.
You sure about it?
Before the day ends, a miraculous intervention is going to take place.
And it will affect us.
And you know, yeah, it will affect us, all of us, because the Holy Ghost fire coming.
Of course.
The only thing, just use 10% for how do you call it? Tithe on Sunday. Don't eat all. Don't eat all. Yeah? All right. So this is the song. Okay, let me take this. All right. Thank you, O'Neill. Sorry, we had to bring this one down and continue with the broadcast. We're still waiting for the students. I don't know. This is not a good thing. This is almost delayed nearly 1 hour because it's supposed to be at 2:30. Yeah, 1 hour, man. What's the excuse there? Anyway, if you think the campaign hasn't started, well, let me give you something. It's you far away. George Weah attacked Alex Cummings on his Coca-Cola intervention, and he said Coca-Cola was about mixing chemicals. In fact, Coca-Cola left, but Cummings was heading Coca-Cola, left Liberia, and he was the one that encouraged Coca-Cola to come back to Liberia. So Cummings responded as saying, well, at least we are mixing chemicals, but at Jamaica, they're mixing all kinds of substances. Somebody thought, or people thought, there was the campaign has started. No, it didn't start then. But this one, in my opinion, it is a fire shot ahead of August 4th, the commencement of campaign day for 2023 legislative and presidential election. This is Joseph Boakai versus George Weah. It's like they're already far ahead of us in campaign speeches. Sorry? Oh, trying to paste.
So just get that one.
This one?
No. Yeah.
Here?
No. Keep this one over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make your hands be happy to you. You go live long for the time for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Long life to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
So while this one is preparing to play, the National Elections Commission has concluded now voter registration, candidate registration. At least we can now refer to people as candidates by the issuance of printed out copies to each person who went through the process and say, yes, this is it. This can prove that now you are in a database. We like to say kudos to the Election Commission for sticking to its its timetable, and it is our hope that we will do this one most of the time and stick to the point. So we have to be principle minded. That's the word I'm looking for. Because some people, as a matter of fact, there's a guy who, a Bon County, who could not register. Yeah, I think it can play now, right? All right, let me see. Yeah, we're small, man. Let me play this thing here. It's still not playing. Huh? Okay, so cannot let me do it from my phone right here. Right? Because if I play from my phone. Yeah, but let me just let me play from here so we can practice it.
I don't like to talk much, but I've seen everything I've seen before God. I was president of the Senate, and for all the time I was president of the Senate, my job was to sit down. Everything I've seen before God. I was president of the Senate, and for all the time I was president of the Senate, my job was to sit down and direct the debate. So you put your hand up, I recognize you. I'm telling you, one day, Mr. We are never going hand up. Because they didn't have anything to say. Now they were calling Bobo senator. I'm not joking. The only thing about us, we're not honest. Do you have what you know that? Yes, you are correct. You will not see my hair because every time I put it on, you'll be sleeping. So I don't see my hair. Mr. President, you got me. Now you see my hair.
Oh, yeah, the tear. We gotta redo it, right?
I think the Marshall campaign.
But I seen everything I seen before God. I was president of the Senate, and for all the time I was president of the Senate, my job was to sit down and direct the debate. So you put your hand up, I recognize you. I'm telling you, one day, Mr. We are never going hand up. Because they didn't have anything to say. Now they were calling Bobo senator. I'm not joking.
Let me hold you right there. Joe Barker is giving testimonial as former president of the Liberian Senate. Under the Constitution, the vice president of the Republic is the president of the Liberian Senate and has no voting right except there is a tie. That is 15-15. Then the vice president, who is the president of the Senate, is going to vote. So it's almost like a ceremonial, a figurehead, a president as head of the Senate. So in his statement, he said, and he's swearing before men and God. He said all the time he spent as president of the Senate, not a single day. As a matter of fact, Mr. Weah came to power to the Senate in 2014. Not a single day he saw Mr. Weah put his hand up to be recognized before you can deliberate or participate on a particular topic on the table. So he even went on to throw more jabs. He said, except that we're not honest, meaning Joel, who's supposed to be giving the testimony, she will not give it because we're not honest, according to Joe Barker. Then Mr. Weah comes on and say, well, yes, you will not see it. You will not see my hand. Sometimes I was screening. My hand is up. You will not see it because you were always napping. You were always sleeping. This campaign promises to be great. Words are harmful than bullets. Let me tell you that one. Words are harmful than bullets. That means let us use words and we should not use bullets. Because if you use bullet, you send somebody to the great beyond, that person is not going to come back. Let's use words as the two have started, or like the two started before Mr. Cummings and Mr. Weah. Right? So let's play this one quickly. We'll take it from the top. Listen to Joe Barker.
Before God, I was president of the Senate, and for all the time I was president of the Senate, my job was to sit down and direct the debate. So you put your hand up, I recognize you. I'm telling you, one day, Mr. We are never going here. Because they have anything to say. Now they were calling Bobo Senator. I'm not joking. The only thing about all of it, now, honest, you and Howard Taylor knows that. Yes, correct. You will not see my hair, but every time I put it on your sleeping. So I just see my hair.
Okay, so the judge where you were taking for granted, he's in politics. Good now. You're in politics. So as in fact today, several of his supporters are in the street. I don't know where they're going. Where are they going?
I think at the party headquarters.
Oh, okay. They are going under the rain. They brave the wind to get into the streets. I don't know what occasion is today, but one thing I can tell you, Bravo spoke today. And if Mr. President, if anyone is listening and want to tell you this, tell them you have to act on what I'm telling you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nobody came from Bravo today to come to your party place. The Bravilians, whether old and young, stay home today peacefully and make some condescending comments about the way you've handled Bravo affairs. Those who are in leadership in Bravo or some of your party people, exuberant, they will not tell you. The Bravo people, the Bravilians said you did not treat them when it comes to electricity. You didn't treat them. So what are you coming to tell them?
Do you have it's in district number 17, right?
District 17.
Who's a lawmaker?
No, that lawmaker is almost one of the least performed. Yeah, he's my own friend. Yeah.
According to your barometer.
Barometer, I'm speaking to the people who voted for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He may have his reason why he's being labeled as his performance being labeled as dismal. But if we want to tell truth to power, my friend disappointed me when it comes to legislative representation for District 17.
So you see, that's why all of these.
Now I'm told he's going to Cape Mount.
Yeah.
And some people from Cape Mount are residing in District 17, and I headed for Cape Mount to vote. They went to register. How are you going to convince those people?
I mean, it's actually frustrating. So, 50% of everything that has gone on with regards to the electricity, we can hold him responsible because he's there to represent. That's
no, that's not a work.
No,
the national grid is the LEC is a national project. And
no, Chief. That's why you are there to represent the people.
To say what?
Everybody cannot go to and hold one position. Well, everyone cannot go. You are disappointed, and I'm expressing my own disappointment, right?
Yeah, but don't interfere in District 17. Yeah, you're not there.
No, that everyone cannot hold that one seat. So the people chose Honorable Kezolu and place him there. So he should be the one to speak for the people.
He did.
Well.
On that one, he did.
As well as the local government, if they have chairpersons, they have how you call it, city mayor. These are all people that come together, but you don't expect everybody to go and represent.
There is no one single.
Wait, let me read something coming from the RRA. Let's see what's going on.
I saw it, and let me get announcing that you sent me somewhere to go and speak, and I spoke. I made a pledge, so just try and act now.
Oh, that all you gotta say, Chief. Good afternoon, MD.
Bravo will support President Weah. Bravo will support President Weah. Yes, I'm not saying we're not contesting on that one, but I'm telling you, the Bravilians spoke today, including some of your own friends, said they will not come out because your government performed dismally when it comes to giving social services to the people of District 17. Let me tell you something. Other than the road project from Banjo Junction at Hotel Africa Road to come to Iron Gate, This government has no record of any road intervention or whatsoever in District 17. Everything is about Pinsville. Everything is about Pinsville. Yeah, road, electricity, water. Mind you, there is a huge pipe running under the St. Paul River going into Brownsville. I know somebody can say 12 years where you did.
Yeah.
12 years.
12 years.
12 years where you did. You will be measuring 12 years, then somebody will soon start measuring 6 years. Yeah, just be measuring 12 years, right? The whole of Brownsville, you would have spoken today. And those who mobilizing them, they will come and tell you, oh, get money, lap all over the place. But the way the other people responded today, no, it is not the case of Brownsville. They are protesting, and if you have your antenna as a politician and wanting to contest or win or retain yourself, you better listen what's happening. Electricity, politicians have made electricity as a political commodity. Political commodity, and by that it is sticking. It is happening in Brownsville, in District 17. Let me put it that way. If you think I lie, okay, send all your trucks and buses. Did they tell you that most of them came back empty? What are you going to celebrate? What?
And yeah, I mean, it's also affecting you.
Yeah, look at how my phone went off today.
What?
My phone. Yeah, my phone. When Derek Kuti generator goes off, that's the time he doesn't want to hear about government business. But you want to be friends all day.
Yeah, but Chief, on the other side, before we can take our guests who came very late, I mean, from now to October, too many activities. We are in a season right now. But I mean, people should respect you should not be able to, you should not obstruct people's movement. That's what I want to say. It will be against, the constitutional rights of others. You can do your activities. Like today, I received calls. Somebody carrying their, family member to hospital. They cannot, in a traffic, right over there for hours, because people are just everywhere, and it, we don't care, in quotation, like we don't care whether because we are just too many.
Even in District 15, Logan Town, I was trying to get a shortcut to get to the slaughterhouse. The people stopped everyone that was coming the opposite way because Abu Kamara was headed towards.
And that's wrong. We don't even have good roads here.
Why are you stopping me for? Because Abu Kamara is carrying his supporters?
I mean,
why?
I don't want to say that, but who cares?
You should even honor school that street. Who cares?
It has been honor school. Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
Let's like my post I did. Some people try. Let's be civilized, man. We are people governed by rules and regulations. You say you saw it, you just laugh.
I just laugh.
Yeah, man. We keep saying we are civilized people. I mean, sometimes go in the interior and see how the people govern themselves, because they have rules and regulations. They're not going to be writing things on paper and somebody can't be reading. They have traditional laws and they customary laws, right? It's the same thing. So they just move. But we who say we are civilized people, sometimes we behave so different. We behave so every time our hands are in a book reading lines, and most of these things that we have in the books, they are not just being implemented because of the poor management, poor system that we have in this country. On a serious note, let's try to be civilized as we claim we are. Yeah, let me hold on. Hold right there in.
So somebody sent text and said the only time the VP was sleeping when Georgia's hands were up. So how come he used to recognize the other people?
Somebody taking the personal,
Yeah.
No, I mean that's campaign time. Expect most of these
if
things
I tell you
the
person back even I don't call that name. If I tell you the person is Rev Honor Georgia deception politics.
Well, Chief, I don't know why he just keep
Who that?
Having fun. See.
Where is he saying?
He just laughing.
Yeah, I come here expose that man. Right
Not,
now.
I beg you, please.
No,
Don't
no,
put me
no,
in trouble,
no.
please.
No, I come here expose you.
Please.
That man is your rescue father. He's not rescue father for me. Let me tell you that. Yeah, man. We're talking serious here. Like, we come and tell us, you're laughing.
Yeah. Chief,
Okay.
good afternoon. Yeah, rescue father. I salute you, sir.
Rescue father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you behave so jealous.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Yes. Yeah, I accept that. No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah.
No
We'll
problem.
move.
Mm.
Chief, we'll move.
Let move.
Empty will move, yeah.
Yeah. So, as you said, you sent me to speak to represent you at Oni's birthday party, and you told me to pledge. So I pledge three men.
That is small
Yeah.
for that meal.
Hmm?
That is small.
No, you got other things, other project coming. You sent project proposal to all the 3 men. So half of the anyway, let me not let me not
Yeah,
talk
that
to
keep it private,
keep
eh?
it private. But Oni, trust me, I don't know which church do you go to.
Only that believer.
Hmm?
Yeah, that believer.
No, but I first got to know which church does he go to.
No, that it doesn't matter.
Because no,
Why?
the man spends the time he's supposed to be in church on the football field playing. Maybe that's why the miracle is taking long to come.
You.
Anyway, let me go to studio 2 to talk to the young people. Good afternoon to you. Please put on your ear, your helmet. Not helmet. Your
Yeah, good afternoon.
Chief, you have to use the other microphone that is pointed on the other side. Yes. How are you?
Okay.
Where are you from? Where are you coming from?
Okay, and it's a pleasure being in a very cozy studio.
Chief, where did you take off from before coming here?
I'm from town.
Town?
Yeah, town.
Because the reason why I'm asking you are 1 hour late.
Yeah, it's due to the very hectic traffic and that we're experiencing along the Tottenham Boulevard.
Okay.
And it's been very crazy. I think you're quite aware of what's happening today. So
no, I'm not aware. Tell me, where are you people gathering?
I'm not gathering. I was making my way to the studio, but
I tell you part of those who are gathering.
I'm not.
Okay. All right.
So we're being delayed by the very heavy traffic along the Tottenham Boulevard. It's been almost an hour plus in the traffic.
Now your colleague, just sit down. They were just listening. Just sit down. Just please have your seat. See, they will adjust it, and you're going to be served another earpiece so that we can commence this. So let's begin with you. What's your name? So you prefer to be called Vavi? Okay. So what's the colleague name? For long, I haven't heard about Linsu, wonderful student grouping that speaks for students and like a pressure group, but it's good that it's still alive. So, Vafi, what is at stake at Linsu? Okay, boss. What is at stake at Linsu?
Currently, as we speak, there is a major tournament taking place, an academic tournament taking place at the AMU auditorium. And this is a competition which started at the level of the counties when we went to the counties and had academic competition in all of the counties
us through the quizzing tournament, and we were able to, at least the country was able to have a winner from a particular school. And based on the enrichment, one of the teams that the team that won the election, the team that won the tournament was made to at least draw a team around some of the best players in the country in terms of the game to come to Monrovia and represent the country at the level of the country tournament. In Monserrate, for example, there were over 250 schools, high schools in Monserrate, and that tournament was won by JJ Rouse after they won against CWA. So some of the best players in that tournament, in the particular tournament here in Monserrate, are currently participating in a country-wide tournament that is taking place at the AME. And we had the first day run. We had the first matches already played on Friday and Saturday. I think some of the results are like Lofa won our first game against Grand Bassa because Grand Bassa was already in the league. And all of these people are students, right? Yeah, students. Current high school students. Some of them. Okay. And they represent particular high schools or particular schools? Or is what happened is that we had a tournament and a particular school in a country won. So the coach of the school that won the tournament is now on a mandate. In order to have a better team representing his country, some of the teams that they won against, he will go around them and try to formulate a team. All right. So you can like Fonjaba Motolatra actually won in Lofa County. So if you decide to take some students from Zozo Central High, it's up to you. You bring those students and they will be here to represent the country. And that is why all of the countries have done. Okay, so now, before I come to your press guy, Mr. Vafi, tell us what is the intent of this? Is it intended to de-escalate or disabuse the minds of young people ahead of political season? What is the intent of it? First and foremost, we are trying to engage in this particular tournament as a way of, promoting tolerance and also promoting, unity amongst the people. As we all know, particularly in the country tournament, when we have country meet normally in Liberia, regardless of our political background, regardless of who chanting for whatsoever, you see everyone go together and cheer for their favorite countries, all right? Okay, so similar thing is being done as we speak. To be frank, this tournament is something that I think everyone needs to actually, and we want to applaud some of those people who have also been contributing to the process, because as we have, based on our plans and based on what the resources we have been able to mobilize, if all goes well, we are intending to even offer the winner of this tournament, a particular country to win this tournament, something almost nearer or more than what the country meet winner wins in the normal football matches we have here at SKD. So that tells you the form of uniformity associated with this tournament. That tells you how this tournament is intended. Also, we have the situation with normally, we have continental tournaments. We have continental tournaments in the quiz game. The quiz game is very broad, all right? And I think Councillor Phil Tabet Dixon, who is also serving almost like a VAR for us in this tournament, that tells you how credible the whole process is. So, have I explained a lot about that? Okay, so quizzing, there is a continental tournament that takes place in Africa every year, and as we speak, Phil Tabet Dixon has won the tournament. He has won as 10 times as the best quizzer in Africa. All right. So in his country, Liberia, when they go for international tournament, normally the Liberia, in terms of performance, we are always somehow challenging because of the fact that sometimes when we want to mobilize people to go and represent the country, we only take students that are nearer to us, like in Monserrate. So this time we said we will go to Maryland, we'll go to Nima, we'll go to Bon, we'll go to Grand Cru and all over Liberia, and we spark scholars, we bring them to Monrovia, they participate in the process, and the winner of the tournament this year, there is an international tournament taking place in America. The winner of this year's tournament at the level of our national quizzing tournament, the winner of this country meet that is ongoing will go to represent Liberia at that stage. So
This is how we want to do. We want to form a team of academicians that can represent Liberia at high peak. And also, we want to use this opportunity to fund means to fund scholarship for students, especially some of those who are in the sciences, mathematics and science, all right, in order to encourage students to pay attention more to their lessons and participate in these tournaments to promote their schools and the society as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Washington. Let me go to Vafi. Vafi, what a wonderful undertaking.
Yeah.
You know, instead of guns or drugs, it gave them copybooks and pen. As a matter of fact, I am a believer of the philosophy that says words are harmful than bullets. That means let's keep it intellectual. And the only way you can keep yourself intellectual, you have to be academically fit.
Sure.
Having said that, how at the end of this, what do we expect to see?
Okay, so thank you. Before I respond to that, let me just shine a light on what was being said by the Deputy Secretary for Press. And basically, the Liberian National Students Union over the last few months has been engaged with the National County Academic Meter Challenge, an initiative that is geared towards shining the light and shining the spotlight on quizzes across the country. And this initiative was launched firstly and held in 2016 under the able leadership of then President Vani Aliu Jazi. And that particular process was being funded by the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Education. And that ended, and Grand Jita County won the tournament in 2016 and became champions in the National Academic Meter Challenge. So since 2016, we've been unable, LINSU as an institution, have been unable to conduct the process. And through the leadership of President Mohammed Gandhi Kamara, the current president of LINSU, he has thought it wise to go back to the drawing board and see how we can re-strategize and introduce the process once again, because this is something that scholars all across the country look forward to. You have students nowadays who are delving into other activities, swaying away from being engaged with their books, and being studious. So LINSU as a leadership and through their arrowhead, His Excellency Mohammed Gandhi Kamara, thought it wise that it is of exigency that we reintroduce the national quizzing tournament, that is the National Academic Meter Challenge. So the tournament was launched was open a few months ago. And what I want you to understand is that the tournament was in phases, the same way you have with the football edition.
Mhm.
Magdalene, are you following?
Yeah.
The same way you have the football edition where there are group stages where counties are being paired in groups. So it was similar to this tournament. So you have, for example, this county, let's take Moshuaro, for example. Moshuaro County, had their preliminaries, and all of the schools, you have over 200 schools in Moshuaro that participated in the tournament. So all of the schools that participated, only a single school was to win the Moshuaro edition. So all of the schools played at the City Hall. We had the Jaguars Jungle, that is Joseph Jingy Roberts, going against CWA, the College of West Africa, and they met in the grand final of the Moshuaro edition. So one team, one school won the tournament, but having won the preliminaries, you will not be coming to the central tournament because the county meet as a school. So take for example.
So just the way the county meet is, that's how.
Yes.
Okay.
So JJ Rabo won the tournament, but they were not coming to they are not in the county meet now as JJ Rabo's high school. No, they were to go back to the drawing board to see how they can recruit other young students, who were brilliant in mathematics, who were brilliant in English, who were brilliant in literature. So blend them and up the Montserrat County team. So that is how it was done across the country. So at LINSU, we had county coordinators going to the various counties, and organizing these preliminaries in the counties. In the Southeast, it was a serious challenge. We're able to tour all counties in the Southeast and conduct all the preliminaries. So now all the counties that come to town, And at this stage now, we are currently having the national county meet. It is currently being held in the auditorium of the African Methodist Episcopal University on 106 Camp Johnson Road.
So how many teams are in the tournament? 15.
Sure. So
I'm getting a little bit confused when you say you recruit the brightest minds from across. You pick them to make a team for Maserado.
So I'm coming, Magdalene. So I was saying, in terms of the preliminaries, right? So in Maserado, we have 200 schools participating in the Maserado edition.
Only Maserado 200 schools.
Yes, 250 schools in Maserado. So all those schools competed, and one school won. That was JJ Roberts, became champions. But JJ Roberts is not representing her school anymore. So students from other schools, because it is a county, that will say county meet, so they were able to recruit other students who participated in the tournament, who were brilliant in other subjects, to form the Maserado County quizzing team.
So how many students you have on a team representing Maserado?
So eight students per team, but 4 persons are allowed to play a single match. So you have 8 students
out of 250 students.
Schools.
Sure.
Yeah.
So each one of them represent a school, or
it depends on your performance.
On their performance.
Thank you. So they are no longer in the tournament as a school anymore. So it is a county meet. So the students are from different schools.
Okay.
And based on your intellect, based on your brilliance, you are selected to join the county team. So that is how it is currently. So we're at that stage, and we're at AMU. The tournament, the central tournament was launched on Friday. We had the first set of games on Friday and also on Saturday. So on Friday, we had the first set of games playing. So today also is day 3. Game day 3. Today is game day 3, and we have several exciting features currently going on as we speak. The games are currently live on the Liberia National Students Union official page as we speak. Now the games are on, and it is there. So we've come to elevate the conversation. Yeah. Our reason of being here is to talk about the games so far and the level of progress that have been made and where we are headed with this national quizzing tournament, and to also encourage and call on
so tell us about the progress that have been made now. You've been talking about a lot, but let's focus on the progress before we can find a way forward.
So
as of now, with regards to the program being held at the AMU.
Sure. Before I get to that, let me just clear the doubt about the process of formulating a team to represent a county. As the brother actually said, at the level of at the preliminary stages, we also help in the fact that we are able to collect statistics of the students who participated. So we have best math student. He won a best math student award in his county. So and then we have students who were best in science, and they won an award for that. So when you are formulating a team, obviously you will look up to those people first and foremost, those who were ranked in that category. In those categories. So as per what the tournament has been made, actually, to be frank, we have come to employ the contribution of stakeholders in this process. Like I said, so far we've been able to raise funding in order to actually make this occasion grand. That even those who were, even to the extent that some students will win MVQ, all right, we call them the most valuable quizzer award. Somebody who will win that will walk away with some very beautiful prize. And that every game that is being played at the moment, there are individual awards that are given to students that put out that put out better performance in those very matches. As we speak, like the brother said, we have been able to attract too many serious faces in the process. When we were launching at the launch of the tournament at AME on Friday, we witnessed the arrival there of permanent personalities in this country. The minister came there, Summer G2 actually came there, and Charlie Bronskin was there. In fact, she sat there and watched. I mean, that was so passionate. She was there. She watched almost 2 or 3 of the games, and other serious stakeholders have been coming. They've been coming there, and we're looking forward to Christopher SELLEE as well.
you considering others in the private sector, or your focus is just on the politicians? Because
No,
you go to
It's open. It's
I
open.
was just about to ask that question. The moment you make any attempt to politicize that, then you head for self-destruction.
No. It is not.
Mind you, I may be wrong. Politicians coming to watch, not necessarily they're coming for because they love the game. You know, we are in the period, a very critical period.
Sure.
If it is in ordinary times, you wouldn't see such personalities there.
Sure.
You people have to be careful as well.
So we are.
Of course, I know how Linsu have been victimized by people who are attempted to politicize the student body. So it's just a caveat.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but you're also welcome, Kezo. You're also welcome.
You are welcome.
Frankly, I didn't know about this.
Yesterday, Arizona Bieda was there. And he watched the game between Lofa and
you keep calling all the politicians.
No,
Arizona is a politician, right?
No, listen, I'm telling you about people who were also in the media quite recently. All right, Arizona being a politician, maybe it's just a recent stuff, but I've been knowing him to be a media person. I'm saying that.
Yeah, but mentioning those names in this kind of period, you finish running a campaign for them.
No.
Yeah? You should be mentioning people like Magdalene.
Yeah.
No, listen, okay. At the launch of the program as well, let me also say the manager of LBDR Bank, I mean, was there. All right,
the new manager now.
Obviously,
yeah.
I think this is why I mean there were too many pledges that we've been able. It was based on. I'm saying that the private sector, people within the private sector, are the one who are even making more contribution to this process. But for politicians, they show up and they just leave. But I'm talking about people who are saying, okay, we will contribute to the award, we'll contribute to this. So if you go, the banner is out there. You will see their partners, their logos, everything is in place there. I mean, to show that they are also the ones sponsoring the process. Honestly.
Okay, so you're tuning into State of the Nation. Of course, it's on Truth FM 96.1. It is 1 minute to 4 o'clock. We'll do this one up to 4:15, since it is a young people initiative, especially due to travel difficulties from town to Painesville as a result of political gathering. We will give additional 5, 10, 15 minutes for this interview. So we will end at 15 minutes after 4 o'clock, after which we will take Isaac Jackson to go full-fledged on politics and other trending issues. So, Fafi, how did you decentralize this tournament?
So, the Liberian National Students Union is one of the most, if not one of the most decentralized institutions in this republic. So we have our tentacles across the 15 political subdivisions. So we have something called the county unions. So in each county, there is a group of students operating under the banner of the Liberian National Students Union. So, Chris, for example, if you're from Bassa, in Grand Bassa, there's something called the Grand Bassa County Students Union. It is an auxiliary of the Liberian National Students Union. In Bon County, there's something called the Bon County Students Union called Bonsu. So we have all of these structures. So these structures are meant to implement and organize programs that directly affect the lives of students in their respective counties. Mm-hmm. So if Linsu want to do something in Grand Bassa, we do not necessarily have to have the body leaving for them to go to Bassa. That project can be implemented through the leadership of Busu. You understand me? Okay. That project can be implemented through the leadership of Bonsu or Losu or Gusu, of all of the different structures across the country. So all of these structures were able to organize the preliminaries, the first set of games in the counties. And I was explaining to Magdalene, I was saying the first set of games were being played and was being organized in the various counties. So we have all of these counties, and winning schools, winning the various preliminaries, and we have students representing the county and forming the teams. But what I want to say here today, Chriso, is that we follow the kind of wave in which the issue of pageantry, that's something I follow. I like it, and I like to see the girls.
Beauty pageant. Pageant.
We've been following the kind of wave that beauty pageant and pageantry has been receiving in this country, the kind of support. And today, if you're in a community, if a community is having a beauty pageant, the award that we see is that the winner of that pageant receives a brand new vehicle. that which is good. We don't frown on it. But what we are saying here and what we've come to say today is that similar energy, you understand me, Uncle Chris? Similar energy that is being directed towards pageantry, that is being directed to supporting, the beauty, of females and queens. You understand me? We want similar energy directed to young people, to academic excellence, to young people who have taken up their time to burn the midnight oil.
So you see the reason why I was saying now the politicians will come, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is against that backdrop that
after this moment,
they're
not going to come again.
So we say we do not frown on this kind of activities, right? But we want the same way all of us, including myself, we buy our t-shirts, our jerseys, we print it, and we go to the SKD, we tie our head, even if no tickets, today if you go at AMU, yes, the place is packed, yeah, it is crowded, but we want a national recognition for this kind of activities, so that young people coming out of the tournament will receive bilateral, will receive scholarships to go to school, to go to universities. If you don't want to stay in this country, they can get treasury scholarships to go to AMU and UMU free of charge because they are scholars. They can get scholarships to go overseas and better themselves and come back to the country and contribute to the overall developmental drive of our nation. But we don't see these things happening. We see all of the energy directed to other activities, and that we believe also is good. But we are talking about preparing young people, preparing future leaders of the nation, young people who are about to become change makers, who should be well endowed with the requisite knowledge to drive the necessary change in this country. So we're having this passionate plea every time we sit on the radio to talk to stakeholders, both in the public and private sector, that they need to rally around the Liberian National Students Union. At least we are currently involved into building the delivery capacities of our students across the country, and we are directing all of our energy to be more program oriented. We are constituting programs for the young people. So we're encouraging partners, both in the public and private sector, to rally around the Liberian National Students Union and see how they can increase the level of support towards the students and towards student activities across the country.
Okay, so we're going to make it participatory right now, except that Washington, you want to buttress?
So yeah, like I was just, my brother, my buddy was just saying here. Chris, the thing is, we have a society where I think before, years back, I think let's say 10 years ago, we had this thing. We normally saw, like, after the WISE, the best performing student, will normally be placed on the billboard, and everybody like want to be placed on our billboard. Currently, that is not happening. So we need to set a pace. There is no time in this country that somebody becomes a Miss Liberia, like what he's saying now. Somebody becomes a Miss Liberia and doesn't have money to go to school. But somebody can win any academic award in Liberia and go to your house, stay hungry, looking for something to eat. That is challenging. That tells you
I understand the comparison. If you can support a beauty pageant winner to that extent,
direct the same energy.
Yeah, the same energy towards
the same energy. Let's support people.
Academic activities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 077-5144-278. 077-5144-278. The young people are taking the bull now by the horn, and they are now waiting for policy maker. As a matter of fact, before we begin the call, we are with the calls. Lindsay legislated, right?
Yeah.
Is your budgetary allotment current?
Well,
yeah. Laugh.
Yeah. So
it's not a favor, right?
Sure. It should not be. It should not.
It's not a favor. So how come you found it anyway? Let's take call. I'll ask that question. You'll tell me. Not the person who you just named attended.
Yes.
Supposed to be disbursing those.
Sure.
Hello.
Grace.
Yes. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Grace, good afternoon, and good afternoon to your co-hosts and the colleagues in studio. I joined the conversation from Central Monrovia. So my name is Theophilus T. Toby II.
Let's hear you.
Thank you, Chris, and let me say thanks to the colleagues there. I think the National Quizzing Program is a very good one under the administration of Brother Leader Kennedy. But something they said, and I want to just emphasize that, look, why other activities are being supported in this country by people who have desire for it, when we are having such a program like the National Cuisine Program and other things, we should not be comparing our program to other programs. Because the thing is, we're not taking competition with other people. Because people in Liberia,
other people like who?
So maybe you mention or what the mention of the beauty pageant, something that.
No, but Theo, listen now. It makes sense. Wait now, just listen. Usually, beauty pageants are held under the auspices of government of Liberia, the true Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism, right? And these beauty pageant winners have always been given their due prizes. So your colleague's argument is the same way. You satisfy these winners, you give them their prizes, you fund scholarship for them, they go abroad, study, or even within the country. You should exert similar energy towards maybe winner of these academic quizzing competition and stuff like that. So that is the argument. What problem do you have with it?
No, so what I mean is, when I'm saying we should not be in competition with other programs, I'm not saying that national government should not fund what the LESU is calling their own carrot. But what I'm saying is that, look, if we want for national government to fund this program or many other programs of LESU, then let's do a narrative around that. Let the development government institutions share why is it important for government to support this particular program. And when we do that, I think we are going to get the support. The reason why this current national quizzing tournament is being supported like we are talking about now is because there are people who are confused about the program. So many other programs, can we make sure that we convince national government? But I think on the overall case, trust me, this program is a very good one and better leader than is doing exceptionally well. And we can work along with the institute to see how we develop more narrative of our programs so that we have national government's attention supporting these programs. Thanks so much.
Okay, yeah, on a serious note, I think the program like this should not be, no, you can go off the line, you can go. Yeah, people should not be like begging for support. I mean, support should just be there when these programs come up, and then especially when it's something that have to do with education. Yes, let's take you first. Yeah, hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Madeleine. Good afternoon, the Chris, and to your guests.
Yes, sir.
The transport I go from Coffee to Peru.
Yep.
Let me extend thanks and appreciations to your guests. I think they have spoken well. You see, Madeleine, for many years we have ill-treated education in this country. Like the guests are saying, I think if we can prioritize education in this country, I think our nation is going to move forward. Because, Madeleine, we can build all of the duplexes, complexes, and whatsoever. If we don't build the mind of the people, if we don't build the mind of the people, we are going nowhere. And that is one of the problems that we have in Liberia. As I stand, Madeleine, personally, what I know, the illiteracy rate of our country, the illiteracy rate stands at about 52.7%. It tells you clearly that there are more illiterate people in the country than literate people. So if we do not prioritize education, then we are not going anywhere. Like he said, I think these programs should have funding the national budget under the education ministry, the National Academic Quizzing Program. It's a very good program. Madeleine, I was a quizzer in school, and it helped me a lot. It enhances your research skills, your speaking skills, and so forth. Sure. So being a quizzer is very good. That's a thing I love.
Okay.
Whenever I hear people speaking about quizzing and more like that, so I want to say thank you to them. I will get there, and we know that one day we will have like the road that will focus on education. Thank you.
Okay, so you can still place in your call those 0775144278. And he may mention about okay. Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling from 24th Street.
Yeah, quickly.
The question I wanted to ask
will this season competition
You can't be listening to yourself as you talking and listening to yourself. Terrible feedback, Chief.
sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to ask if the bringing live or air.
It's live on Facebook.
Show is live. Currently is live. You can follow.
It's live on Lisa's page.
And
Okay, thank you.
from the family, so Karen.
Where is the place they having the
AME campus.
African Methodist Episcopal University Auditorium on the last floor. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's my alma mater right there. Yeah, our school auditorium is so good. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Magdalene and Chris. This is half of the here. You know, once this thing does not originate from a cycle of the government, you do not want to support it. And this is very bad. Can you imagine this guy, how do you call him, this journalist, John Collins? They have not given a dime, but rather to give football to John Collins at the time. Government should support this kind of a thing. We had the best gospel singing choir competition on radio. We invited top government officials, and they refused to come, including the information minister, the internal affairs minister. The government don't want to support these things. And these are things other countries want to see people doing it. They go around there and embrace it because it helps to promote the citizen and the country. So I urge the government to take interest in such things. Thank you very much.
But how far before you can leave the line, did you follow up on John Collins in recent times to know whether the government have not yet contributed anything to the project?
If they are contributed now, why should it take that long time for them to do such?
No, I'm not talking about how long, but you said they have not. That's why I just want to whether you have done any follow up.
I have not done follow up on
that. Since when? Since when?
I have not done follow up for the past months now, so I can't say if the government has given the support.
Okay, but we can check up on him.
Okay. The time he has been crying, we have not heard any support from that end.
Okay.
But this is not, it should not be that long for government to come in and see something good to support it.
Okay, Chief. Thanks for placing your call. Yeah, one of the callers. Chief, you want to say something?
No,
okay.
The last call.
Okay. So one of the callers made mention about speaking that articulating.
Yeah.
Right? You getting me?
Sure.
Okay. So do you take into consideration how the students who are participating, their pronunciation and their enunciation? Do you take into consideration that? Because
sure.
There are times when you listen to some poison, I mean, sometimes it's out of order.
Sure, but like I said, this is being guided sufficiently by somebody who has been in this game for the past 20 years. I mean, I'm talking about Phil is the best of the best in Africa. I'm not talking about in Liberia. He has won competition several times. So what I mean, so this is what I'm saying. I'm saying this to mean that there are a lot of criteria to even participate in the process. There are a lot of criteria. All right, your pronunciation is going to be key because if you follow the game, if you were to go to any of the games, you will notice that students a particular team will miss on a particular point, depending on the pronunciation of the person who answered the question. All right, like you answering and you want to say something you cannot pronounce well. I think one of it happened on Saturday. Somebody was trying to say, procrastinate, and they could not even say that. All right, so they were trying to distinguish words. So because he could not pronounce the word well, but he was on track and he wanted to say something, he could not pronounce it well, they left him out. They sent the question to the next team. And then the team already knew that this man was going on, he was going to something. And then obviously, like, what's the rendezvous? All right, somebody wanted to pronounce rendezvous, could not pronounce it well. they turn out. They turn the question over to the next team, and
so
the team
even
answer.
though
So
the time is limited, there are times you just give like 1 minute, and the person is trying to to meet up with the time, but
sure.
sometimes you don't understand them at all.
So when they pronounce and the pronunciation is not, it's not like in line with the expectation of the moderator, then he normally asks them to modify either through spelling.
Okay, so that's actually wonderful, and
sure.
If that's what you guys are doing, then that is
that's what
good,
we're doing,
and you are preparing them for the world stage, because
sure.
what they are doing here, just have in mind that they might have the opportunity to go out
sure.
there and represent Liberia. So would they be speaking and nobody understanding them? That's not communication.
No. Normally there are no more introduction, like somebody have to be shouting this, speaking their dialect, all the things. Those things are not accepted. We're trying to modernize the game.
But do you sometimes before you can come in, do you sometimes watch other quizzing competitions from other countries like Ghana?
The teams that arrive in Monrovia, they spend a day at the headquarters of Lindsay everywhere. If they go to Lindsay headquarters now, we have a very big television up, and everything that we show there is about things that happen in different countries related to this, and they are all there watching them.
Yeah. So in closing, basically, we have come to elevate the conversation around the tournament. And as I was saying to you earlier, that on Friday we had the first game played, and also on Saturday another set of games played. So also on today is day 3 of the tournament. So currently, as we currently on air, there are games that are currently on as we speak. And
Maserati just won against
so Maserati just won with a G and with a score of 19-10. So
no, it's 190.
190 to 10.
190?
Yeah, so 190 points. So it tells you
Maserati against which country?
Against River G. So
that matching to women.
Yeah, so it tells you.
Maserati wants to prove that.
It tells you the kind of
Maserati lost the first game against Boncante.
Maserati lost the first game against Boncante on Friday. So that was it means that the owners was upon them, and they were fighting to resuscitate.
And they have the best.
So now they met River G. It was just a walk in the park. So that is to tell you the kind of euphoria we bring into this thing, and how young people across the country, young people in the various counties are so excited about coming to Monrovia. First thing, we're giving them exposure, and they are coming to Monrovia. Some of them of whom it is the very first time to be in the capital. So could you imagine that? So it tells you what Linsu is doing and what leadership of Linsu is doing, also through her president, His Excellency.
When is the election in fact?
No, it's not time for election yet.
It hasn't been next year.
It's not time for election yet. Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that the leadership of Linsu through the arrowhead, His Excellency Mohammed Gandhi Kamara, has been doing tremendously well in making sure that the young people across the country, precisely students across the country, and feel the impact of what true essence is, or what academic excellence is, and we'll be organizing several other programs. And I don't know whether you guys actually even followed. Last year we launched for the first time in this country the National Youth and Students Summit. So an initiative that brought over 300 youth and students from across Liberia to talk about issues in the education sector and the policy reform, stuff like that. So few months from now, we're going to be coming back here on QFM, if the platform is afforded to us, to talk about the second edition. So that is going to be a signature project of Linsu to always bring about students from across the country in the hinterland to talk about the challenges they face, with their community colleges and policy reforms around education. So the leadership at Linsu, headed by Gandhi, has been working around the clock tirelessly to make sure that we kind of change some of the things that are being in the public, regarding this institution.
Is that your first term in office?
Yeah. So there's a second term in office.
Second term.
You?
No,
so you are going now?
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's all the best. We wish you all the best.
I'll go as she.
So we hope that time can be afforded to also go crazy Magdalene to come back. Yeah, you got it.
Before I leave this line, I want to ask the government or whoever comes to power after this election, let us take the issue of the road very important. The road to the southeast is a death trap. Yeah, I
Now,
think
now
the
on the
students.
southeast, say across the country.
Yeah, no, the students on this side
because-
will notice that some postmen one way
Oh,
on the highway.
because Maswaro demolished River G. So you talk about
Yeah,
lawyer.
yeah, great
No,
share.
no, our students spend almost 4 or 5 days on the road. Some school students spend 1 week on the
Yeah,
road.
man.
to
They
follow
don't
them.
deserve. They don't deserve
Yeah,
that.
and so many kids, imagine Maryland. By the time the minute go play the beat a minute.
Oh,
Ask the
don't-
minute,
don't
minute,
deserve
they
yeah,
were tired.
the minute was
Thank you.
tired. Very exhausted.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
it's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So let's take a
Well,
break
yeah,
musically
yeah.
and then come to another platform where our segment where Isaac Jackson is standing by to talk. This one is Learn My Lesson Well. You can't please everyone. Please yourself.
Garden party,
Don't put it back.
my old friend, chance to share old memories, play songs again.
Everything in it.
When I got to the garden party, they all knew my name. No one recognized me. I didn't look the same, but it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. See, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. People came from miles around, everyone was there. Yoko brought a walrus, there was magic in the air. Over in the corner, much to my surprise, Mr. Hughes hidden Dylan's shoes, wearing his disguise. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. See, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself.
Rick Nelson, can't please everyone. You gotta please yourself. Deborah Plucky, you tuning in. You say you want a replay. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Isaac Jackson is on the line. Good afternoon to you, Isaac.
Good afternoon, Chris. It's a pleasure having me. Let me say good afternoon. Absolutely. I was following the broadcast. I'm humbled to be on your reputed network.
You sound very upbeat. I hope everything is okay. You look happy this afternoon by your voice, Chief.
As usual, my man, I'm always in good mood and good spirit. I mean, we always happy because of God's blessing. You got life to breathe, brother. Happy for life.
Okay, good to have you on. Long time no see, no hear, and it's good that you're good.
Yeah, but our own other network, and some of the things seems to be coming true. So I'm very excited. I pray for 2 things in recent times. They all have come to reality. No matter what the circumstances on which they came to reality, but at least they're not living reality.
Okay, so this is it. The Liberty Party Executive Committee has expelled 6 of your partisans or former partisans, if you want, if you will. And this is the reason it has come to the attention of the Liberty Party National Executive Committee that you have been named to and have accepted the position of campaign chair for the Unity Party 2023 presidential and general campaign team. We respect that the freedom of association is a right guaranteed to all Liberians under our constitution, and we interpose no objection to your exercising that right. It is a statement. However, you will also respect that as an LP member and a senator elected under the LP ticket, you are duty-bound to maintain the party line and support party policies agreed to by a majority of the party leadership. You are fully aware that the convention, the highest decision-making body of the LP, has approved and authorized LP's status as a member of the collaborating political parties and has endorsed Mr. Alexander Brennan Cummings. On that basis, you are hereby expelled. They include Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence of Grand Bassa County, Senator Darius Dillon of Montserrado County, Lofa County Senator Steve Zago, Jacob Smith, Prince Tolze, and Daniel Sando. Your reaction, Mr. Jackson, a member of the Liberty Party.
You know, the first thing, let me say that I welcome the decision. We have to basically instill some discipline in the party. The conduct by Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence is intolerable on several levels. Political lead party, she should have known better. But like I always say, Nyombli continues to demonstrate epic political incompetence and lack of sound leadership judgment. You know, if you are a leader of an institution, you will read the law of that institution. In the same time, the Supreme Court of Liberia clearly articulated that one person cannot be in two political parties. I think it was the Damaraya case. How can you be a political leader of the party before the cognizance of the recent ruling of the Supreme Court and engages in such illegality? It's a shameful thing to do. Even the National Election Commission, its own regulation, is you cannot be in two political parties. One person cannot be in two political parties. Even the Bible also says so. You can't be serving two masters. So Nyombli has demonstrated lack of leadership. She has demonstrated epic incompetence. She continued to shamelessly impersonate as the political leader of the party. Became the political leader of the party, the president, at cooperation with the ANC under the banner of CBP, duly recognized by the National Elections Commission. You still working in the name of this. So it shows that all along she was not a political leader of the party de jure. She was just pretending. And I'm happy that Mr. Stephen Village and the executive committee were able to take this stringent action to put her to where she belongs. You want to be unity party, be unity party. Do not break our party apart. When we established Liberty Party, it was for Liberty Party to meaningfully impact the national political discourse, not to serve as leader. If we have somebody who wants to tyrannize the party, then it's proper and befitting to take the action that they
So in your words,
anybody who doesn't concede to the ruling of the Supreme Court is a terror. And Nyombli tried to tyrannize our party, and I am happy for the decision the executive committee took.
You call it befitting action taken against your colleagues.
Action is befitting and proper because Madam Kanga violated all of the rules in the bylaw and constitution of our party, and even National Election Commission. Hey, the National Election Commission read the guidelines. One person cannot belong to two political parties. One person cannot be member of two political parties. I thought nobody will know this simple concept. Even in SAAH, the law of impenetrability, you can't be in two places at the same time. What's going on with her? You won't be in Liberty Party, and you won't be a member of Unity Party. You can't be a member of two political parties. It's clear.
Okay.
She got that other boy marching behind her up and down, saying he's an apprentice lawyer. This apprentice lawyer boss took the woman astray.
You said who mounting? You said who?
I can say to those people that you take Nyombli on board, you're taking liability. Because look at your recent judgment. This is a woman who calls herself political leader, and she's associating with Omen Bwaka. They will criticize the CDC government for having party when people living in high condition. What they normally do in recent times, she hosted a party at a hotel. You call yourself Rescue Mall and you go to hotel to do party there.
But it was Isaac. That gathering was yes, a birthday gathering, but was by and large intended to raise funding for the very campaign that she chairs.
But I'm criticizing that because that gathering did not show sound leadership judgment. You can't be going to hotel and the most expensive hotel in the country to have a party when you could even do Doma Fest in Grand Bassa County and still raise testimony. I mean, it's a joke. They are not thinkers. These people, Nigerian people should reject Waka and Yobi and all the people behind them. They are not good for our country. They are described as political parties. That's how one thing they do for the team creators. The creators are we are having birthday party and Yobi, you have a birthday party in the most expensive hotel in the country. What moral authority do you have to criticize President when we having his birthday party to a private place? You start up a hotel. You start up hotel. Why is she still hanging around the hotel environment when she could do Doma Fest in Ghana and bring the ceremony? So I'm saying to you, has never exercised sound leadership, sound judgment leadership, right?
Okay, so let me ask you. This interview is now only about Yombly's explosion. You got Darius Dillon, you got Daniel Sando, Prince Toll, Steve Zago, Jacob Smith. These are people that all of you went into meetings, discussed the future of Liberty Party. They know more. Let's get a reaction.
Yeah, Dillon also the liability of the party. He continued to violate the law of reciprocity. You know, the party gave to people, Dillon when I gave back to the party, they created confusion with the party. And, you know, it's embarrassing. But you know, Dillon was disgraced for stealing and disgraced for lying. So he's a liability. Let him go beyond Waka. That's where they belong. Waka is taking all the leftover goods. you know, in close business, sectoral business, they call them putting jet. To practice a program, but it's not they want to carry. I tried to conference Jacob Julius, I'm on the record for pleading with the chair of the party and the executive committee, but then, you know, Jacob brought this on himself. Jacob is my man. We were in the trenches. We came to establish the party. You know, we worked together from 2002, 2003 until the party became registered in May of 2015. And so Jacob is a hard-working man. Jacob and Yomi, they came on the party, they came on board lately. You know, so I beg for Jacob. Let the record reflect that I beg for Jacob from the executive committee to say, no, it is not a request. Like, you know, Jacob brought this until he said, he should do better. You know, even Steve, you former chair of the party, how can you drag yourself this low? Nobody them misspeak that Steve. They all kind of think to Steve. I know Steve still on the party. But again, they say blood got the water. So if Steve want to go to home and back, they all come from Lopa, that's up to him. I think the decision is defective and proper. I hope they will learn from the lesson. Establish your institution, want to the institution equally continually because you want to serve your personal political ambition. It's just bad. You elevate your ambition above the party, you are in terror, and nobody is above the party. And so it's up to them. It's up to them. I feel sorry for Steve. I feel sorry for Jacob. For the two other people, Nori and Dillon are friends, I feel no sorry for them. I'm not going to waste my sympathy on them. They deserve it. Nobody continue to put our party in crisis. Why? The Supreme Court rule against you. The thing to do is to abide by the Supreme Court ruling. Even if you disagree with the Supreme Court, you can't go and flagrantly violate the law. The National Election Commission clear. You can't be member of two parties. One person can't be member of two parties. The one says, Waka, and then go, old man, Waka, who first that say he's sick. He's a sick old man. Go beyond the sick old man.
And as let me come to you on this on the punishment that your colleagues are serving today. The reason for which they have been punished. You were caught in similar thing. You were not expelled. You are on record to have supported Madame SELLEE at the expense of the late Charles Bromsky, and later on, all of you were caught on board having sought reconciliation with the executive committee.
Let me clarify this. There is a similarity, if you want to draw a parallel with my division. In the primary, I did not take on any position in the Unity Party. And Yomi all have done. They are taking position that I never took any position in the Unity Party. So it's clear why they said they want extra mile. All right? You can say
Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson. No, Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, let me remind you, you might not have taken position in the Unity Party, but you were on public radio endorsing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf at the expense of Charles Bromsky, your party head.
But that was I said. First of all, a mere endorsement cannot be tantamount or equal to taking position in the party. There's a similarity there. Both from a Liberty Party man, who I believe at this time, Sirleaf will be better president. It's permissible. But when you go and take lecture from Unity Party people, they are taking position, ask their people coordinator. So it's one thing you glorify. You can't be member of two parties. I say in my party, I say, oh, that's make a better president at this time. That's it. It's endorsement. Acceptable under our law. Our law say, the election law say, you can't be in Liberty Party, then you take position in Unity Party. That's why nobody and other people have done. Nobody is now saying to say what? That is called a rescue mother. And the rescue mother, I think she's campaigning something. Jacob is campaigning. All that their own role is taking up in the Unity Party. The law does not allow that. The law does not allow that. So let it be very clear to our people. Sitting in your party and endorsing somebody else is permissible. But when you go and take up position in another political party, you are basically relinquishing your position in Labour Party.
Okay.
All
right. So the folks in the Liberty Party are arguing that they don't expect any response from the Unity Party. In fact, they went into history, said the Unity Party expelled its former standard bearer, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and the Liberty Party stay out of their intra-party confusion. They want the Unity Party to do same and not to attempt to issue any press statement against the party's action. As a matter of fact, the party chairman has promised that just in case any other forum is organized by any of these people in the name of the Liberty Party, there will be a stronger action taken. You agree with that as well?
Oh, absolutely. I am 100% in support of the executive committee. And let me remind the listening audience that our party philosophy is what? Democratic centrist, right? The biggest decision in the party is derived by the executive committee and remain binding on all the structure in the party. That's what democratic centrism is about. So that's what I know. The party philosophy. You know, the democratic centrist. So the executive committee makes a decision. I 100% support of the decision. Personally, for Jacob Smith, the executive committee say no, we will not take your plea. You know, your friends look for it. So that's I mean, I can't put in what I did for Jacob. I beg for it. The chairman can testify to that. I beg for Jacob. So begging for Jacob. The executive committee say we will not take any plea at this Jacob. Only executive members who are no better. And all around the country, you know, this history, right? The chairman of the MPP guy, I saw him recently, I saw him, you know, the party of this guy, he expelled people there. I think my friend Roman Free, all got suspended, all of that. So political party have the right to expel people if they still team, especially when the National Convention made it very clear that you cannot be a member of political party in recognition or in line with the election law. You can't be a member of two political parties. You can't be saying Liberty Party that you're going to take a lead. It's just clearly wrong. I mean, you know, so it's up to them. Whatever they want to do is up to them, but I'm standing 100% behind
Okay, so let's transition to, with 19 minutes or up to 5 o'clock sign off time. Let's transition to this court case between Waymond Smith versus Spoon Communication Network. As a matter of fact, the station remains closed down based on court order. And of recent, you've been in the throat of each other, you and Stanton Weatherspoon. As a legal practitioner, is the action against the media conglomerate in the right direction, or it is because it's politically driven?
No, I think we need to depoliticize judicial proceedings. People took this action independent of the government. The government has got nothing to do with what happened to Mr. Witherspoon's station. I've been privileged to look at the document. This case started in 2022 November. In November of 2022, I think November 10th, when I'm there about the council representing Mr. Smith said this Witherspoon informing him that series of his broadcasts has injured the reputation of Smith. Mr. Smith has lost his job, and to believe that what was being broadcast on Spoon Network was wrongly attributed to him. He did not do what Spoon and his CEO was alleging. So council said this in November to retract the statement or whatever attribution they made wrongly against the young man, which resulted into him losing his job. Witherspoon and his Spoon Network were arrogant. They did not reply to the people communication. And so Witherspoon Council got constrained in January of 2023, dragged them to court on the issue of labor, right?
You mean Waymond? You mean Waymond? You mean Waymond Smith lawyer?
Waymond Smith lawyer, having said Witherspoon and Spoon Network, noted informed that what was being broadcast on the station was malicious, was false, and was slanderous. He asked them to withdraw what they broadcast. Spoon Network did not retract the broadcast, they did not make any correction. Witherspoon also was pretty arrogant, he did not reply. So Waymond Smith lawyer got constrained and in 3 warrants dragged into court on the charges of libel and slander. And they went for $3.5 million damages. All right? And I understand that the suit was filed with attachment. So, ever a lawyer filed a suit with an attachment, it means the plaintiff in that case may not have the $3.5 million or is not willing to give the club with already in criminal indictment in America and may not go to Liberia to honor justice just in case so the attachment. This suit was filed with attachment. With Ellis guy, who was there and spewing all things that women had done and all of that. And there were even clarification from the World Bank and I think the US Embassy clarifying that the censor was going well and all that was being alleged was not true and all that. They claimed about money transfer to an account in articles and all that. All of those things were clarified to the network and asked the network to retract whatever broadcast they did. The network did not retract. So the man went to court. Okay? He went to court. I think the earlier judgment was default judgment. That's why the attachment went into effect. These are law. These are law. Every time an attachment is filed along with you and your property, and you can't honor the thing, your business get closed. And if I'm told that even the Spoon Network was have just DP because the dog is adding that issue in contempt notice against them. Holding them now in contempt, they got to answer to the contempt. I think tomorrow or day after. If they don't answer to the contempt in Liberia, if you go and the court, you don't answer to contempt, you can get fined or you can go to jail. So that problem continues to deepen because they have a guy called Witherspoon who is a criminal mind. Then you even go into the answer the file before the court. court, they even try to deceive the judge. In the can, they start saying that Witherspoon is not the CEO of the network. When the Witherspoon has become CEO of the network, everybody in Liberia, including 6-year-old children, they are aware that Witherspoon owns the school network. Today, they go to court and deceive the court. And even though deceive the court is even contemptuous, right? A perjury. But they deceive the court and they say, oh, the man, I'm on the station. So they say, okay, if he's not going to fund, but if he's not going to, you can't be talking on his behalf. Let him talk for himself. So the default judgment also against Mr. Witherspoon. So the court is acting independent of the executive. I know Nigeria, we have challenges with our court system, but that's what we have to deal with. We have to deal with the court. And all of these circumstances, the court acted properly and the court is proceeding properly. I know there is a sentiment about Witherspoon being a journalist. Witherspoon is not a journalist. Witherspoon is a spear merchant. This is a man who is addicted to maligning people, to marketing, laboring lies and falsehood. He's continued to pollute the public discourse with lies. And I think whether it was Slave who took it down or whoever took it down, I am happy that he was taken down.
Okay, because so let me ask you.
In the war of gangster racing, there's a guy called Acapone. Acapone was a dangerous gangster. They got into child molestation, they all sort of things. You know what it took Acapone down with? It was what? Meditation. So it will smack it down and take them man down. It's better for the country. We got to send it down.
So the listeners,
democracy is not said
Isaac, the listeners will say Isaac is not independently speaking. He's sentimental against the Spoon Network because of the recent exchanges between the two of you. And so on that basis, you are looking at it on the other side of personalizing it. And but for God's sake, how come today you'll be protecting the judicial system, something that you said was seriously challenging and polluted when you had an issue with the former Chief Justice?
Well, Chris, it's simple. I said in my statement, first thing, let's clarify that I am a professional person, right? So my professionalism will not allow me to take any side to say, okay, I will be impartial. The facts that I just narrated does not erase whether or not Mr. Witherspoon myself got issue. I dare explain to you that the case started in November. It doesn't erase whether Witherspoon has a problem. The case started in November. Witherspoon was served notice. Witherspoon, you hosted one man there, he lied on me, I lost my job. What that man said, not true. Could you please clarify and retract it? What else will you do it? That's me talking. Spencer, my man, you hosted the guy lied on me. I didn't transfer any money to any account in Arico. That man lied. All the lie he did, the president was not patient to investigate, move me from my job, I lost my job, brother. You please clarify these things. I want to get back my job. He didn't clarify. So the man sued them in January. How much disagreement with Witherspoon changed the fact? The fact is an established fact. It doesn't have anything to do with government. But this man has been disgraced. He goes to court. So it doesn't change anything. Now, Witherspoon and myself disagree is one different thing. And what Witherspoon and myself disagree on the same thing we must make out to the people. Witherspoon uses his Spoon Network to malign people, to smear people, to slam people. This man got the audacity to go on his radio station and lie deliberately that he sent me money while I was in London. Deliberate lie. I challenge him, proof. Get one receipt where he sent me money in London. He lied also that he transported me to come to Liberia. This is a deliberate lie. I challenge him. Show me one receipt, put it in the public. This is the LTD I bought for us to go to Liberia.
But you refunded. You refunded.
That gave me was a 1,500 when I came to America. I paid back the 1,500 because I didn't want to get involved with him because he is a low character. This man lies about everything. So he embellished the truth. He gave me 1,000, I make it people. I used to send him money, so I used to do it. Now that's how some people can do it. They die. They give you 1 cent, they give you like 10 million again. So he is a dangerous guy. He lied on his man, he lied on president, he been lying a story and you get the correct version, what do? You retry it. You're journalist. If somebody says something on the station, you get a correct version. You say, look, this is the correct version. Balance the report. Mr. Ellis, Ellis said this. This is what Smith and the lawyer are saying. This is what the American ambassador said. This is what you say. You balance it. So they are not. Why should the government allow and state officials that that is struggling to continue to operate the country? No, if the institution is not professional, if it is struggling, if it is market, look in the public discourse, the government has a responsibility to regulate that. In the instant case, the government say, I'm not doing it. We must say, oh, government, you're sitting there, doing all the you want to run it. In my own need, I will take civil action. So it's a criminal action that what they bought to. They bought to what? Civil action. Because government won't do anything. But that's what out the play. See what that's what last say. Someone trying to gain how much that? Is it again? So when most person look at the government is reluctant because the government doesn't want to get bad news. So I will go to court in my own because I'm injured. I lost my job as a result of last man so on me. My family and myself we're taking hard time. So I want to do. So I said that. Now everybody say, oh, maybe the government behind it. I don't think the government is behind it. I think Mr. Smith took the case in his own need because the first and second person speak.
Okay. All right. Okay, Isaac, we almost done.
But let me say the other one. Let me say this. You think it's just a far for the officials of school network to go and start insulting the judge? So then the judge issue content. Your station is professional. Even if somebody said to your station, if you tell us because they are abusing the judges or start abusing the court, I have said that look, the court in our country they got challenges. But it's court that we have to deal with. That's the democracy. That same court there, old man Joseph Boaka, he went to that court and testified against the Frank Kumi. If he didn't believe in that court, why did he go there? The Boaka who issued press release prematurely, he tried to politicize it so you get very political advantage. Boaka, Henry Costa said you were involved with trying to sell Wologisi. You not clarify. Henry Costa said your help is falling apart. He's going to do operation in 6 months. You not clarify. Rushing to issue press release on behalf of which who is a federal criminal indictee. How is Omen Baka convincing us that he become president? A criminal federal indictee. If you say you will fight corruption, Mr. Baka, you can't be seen supporting a federal criminal indictee. I'm even told that waiters for a lawyer are now looking into the possibility of plea bargaining. Those things happen to be associated with them. A man who the American government has condemned as a criminal, but I can still supporting them man. What is the woman doing? You better believe that Witherspoon is a good human being, it's a good citizen. You better think so? A good citizen will not have me export Liberian need. It's a Liberian guy who became American citizen. You can't export Liberian need. You can't put thousands of American lives at risk. Even some Liberian people who went over and took a fake certificate, today they are being stopped from working in America for 5 years. All right? Is that the person who we associating with? Witherspoon, the Eastern Press and Eastern Press release? I think Witherspoon was not good for our country because he continued to pollute the public discourse with lies continuously, unabatedly. So we should not allow him in this next phase. The government will be reluctant. Thank God we were able to take that challenge. And I want to congratulate Brother Smith and his lawyer for standing on their legal ground and going to court and bringing this criminal down.
Okay, so quickly, we got 5 minutes to go. In 3 minutes, the NEC has closed candidate registration, and August 4th is still unchanged as the official commencement date of campaign. You're there in the United States. How is the commerce team going to use you while you're not on the ground? Quickly.
Yes, I'm in consultation with our end of the collaboration. I spoke with Chairman Beleke. Modality will be work also, so I can return to the country. So hopefully I'll be returning to the country soon and very soon. But if I do not return to the country based on the circumstances that we're dealing with, I can still have some meaningful impact by lifting my voice by the broadcast. You know, now the world is a global village. At least I'm speaking to people through your respected and reputed media, to your station. So we can always do this if I'm not on the full front to be there in person. But I can say to the Liberian people, based on all that we see now, Kumi is the better person. You know, even George Weah is better than Waka. President George Weah is better than Omen Joe Waka. You know why I say this? The first opportunity that Omen Waka had to go to business meeting with Costa, he carried his son with him. George Weah been president for almost 5 years plus running. You know, he is not in God's business. Why Omen Waka took his son with him to a business meeting and not the party executive? Omen Waka tried to bring nepotism again in Liberian politics. Okay, so I think upon better day, they say, oh, upon violent party, what harder. Nobody behind Waka. She took over budget party to a different level. She took it to a hotel. I'm going to rescue Mora, go to a hotel. I see what you're doing there.
Okay.
Rescue Mora, you go to a hotel. Rescue Mora, carry your party to Ghana and do Doma Fest. Our people will come there, they will buy the Doma, they will raise money. Why do you go to hotel?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very expensive hotel.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
President Weah is better than Omen Waka in the area of making good decisions. Look at the person who our president is. Our president, Bill Johnson protege.
That one. So leave that. Yeah, leave that. That should be their worry, not you. So leave that alone.
No, but I'm not telling you that Weah is better than Omen Waka in making sound legal adjustments.
Okay. Thank you so much. Isaac Jackson is a member of Team Cummins for 2023 presidential and legislative election. He has been speaking to us, giving his initial reaction on the expulsion of some members of the executive committee members of the Liberty Party and that of the legal case between Wilma Smith and that of Spoon Communication Network. I said, thank you so much. Time has caught up with us, and I hope we can talk this most of the time as we get up for the showdown. As a matter of fact, there are war of words between George Weah and Joe Buckeye. Joe Buckeye is saying from the time he became pro tem, now president of the Liberian Senate, when George Weah won the election, not a single day Mr. Weah put his hand up to deliberate. George Weah reacted swiftly and said, you wouldn't have seen me, my hands up, wanting to talk because you were far asleep most of the time. It's a kick off. It is.
From President Weah. And you can't be sitting there, see the man hand up. Waka wants to be taken seriously. You got to take it
No, but why? How is it? Hold on. A very close person to the CDC texted me. How is it that only you, Baka, couldn't see because he was sleeping, but he could recognize other people?
No, but I mean, Baka is being political. That's why I think President Weah is a brilliant political thinker. Why people see President Weah, but Baka was there for a witness. He's a bearer of four witnesses. So that went down with him.
Okay.
Baka is down for witness. You saw the man, he's not a bad boy, when he's not a good politics, he's not a good person. So President Weah was people to say, oh, Baba, man, you're always sleeping in the public.
All right.
You were sleeping when I have my hand up.
Okay, Chief. Okay.
I think it's a political system.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to be elevated, keep elevated conversation.
Thank you, Isaac Jackson. Thank you, Isaac Jackson. Thank you so much. And we go home on this edition of the program, State of the Nation. Magdalene line up this production, and we jointly presented. We see you on tomorrow, Tuesday. On Wednesday, we are very close to playing host to the CPP running mate or the vice standard bearer of the CPP, Charlie Bromskin, on Wednesday for 1.5 hour interview on that platform, on this platform, that is. So see you on tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Magdalene, thank you so much. We have to go.
Yeah, we got to go. Mr. Jackson, I think he still wants to say something.
when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty.